live. Welcome to This is Private Practice. It's 4:30 p.m. on Monday, the 7th of May. It's May already. In fact, it's the 7th of May. Wow, that happens fast, doesn't it? Am I the only one that seems to be surprised when we clock over into a new month? I went back over some of my notebooks today. I have a notebook's one of the ways I keep myself organized. Well, it's the only way I keep myself organized. And I write everything down in my notebook. And so it's in date order, and I have a purpose for the front of the book and I have a purpose for the back of the book. And I was going back over, I needed to find some information from earlier this year and realize how many things from March and February have not been done yet. But that's okay. That's all okay. Hey, Carol, nice to see you. You're up late again, but that's okay. It's always fun to see you online. So it was a bit disappointing from a Joe doing Facebook Live videos last week, but I explained why that had happened. And then by Friday afternoon, I was feeling really poorly. And I was a bit surprised. I thought that I had paced myself incredibly well during last week. And it's just a constant reminder to me on how much pressure I used to put myself under. Hey, Jen. Hey, Nicola. Thanks, girls. I really appreciate you coming on board. I have always worked hard. I am not scared of working hard. In fact, working hard is something that I'm really good at. Over time, we lose the connection between our mind and our body. And I got to hear a great speaker about this on Saturday. And although there's lots of health issues that come as a result of that, and I think there's a deterioration that occurs in our body, for me, there's just been this awakening that the less I do, my body's still going, that was still a little bit too much, Joe. That's still a little bit too much. So there were years when for 5 or 6 days a week, I would see clients back to back, and I would be so proud if I had done a 15-hour day, and I would drive for hours during that day. And while I was in the car, I was on the phone and I was dictating notes, and I was the hive of efficiency and productivity. And as many of you know, I would spend a day a week in bed, usually with a migraine. So it wasn't a healthy way to live. And even though I had really paced myself well last week, it was intense. The work I do is intense, and it takes a lot of effort to help clients the way that I know works and the way they get really good results. And I'm still learning how to really look after myself in that. So my husband expressed how proud he was for me on Friday for putting up a message on Facebook going, I'm just not going to do the Facebook Live today. I was grey. I had really hideous circles under my eyes, and I had that really fun brain fog where the words that come out of your mouth aren't necessarily the words you think you've said. And I know many of you will be laughing now because I'm not the only person on the planet who experiences brain fog. And if you've ever lived through chemotherapy or an autoimmune disorder or been super, super stressed, you will know that sometimes your mouth can form words that your brain didn't actually think. And I didn't think that it was wise for me to try and talk to you or talk to anybody when I could have asked you to go and cuddle an elephant or fart in the shower when I was trying to say something a little bit more meaningful. So how then do we regroup when we've had time away and when you think you've managed yourself really well to find out that you're still unwell, or you get a headache, or stuff is in your inbox that you went, didn't see that coming? Well, again, it just comes down to being able to reprioritize and have some flexibility. And that's tough because many of us who are really goal-directed and really driven, we just want to stay pursuing our goals, and driven, ambition, and nothing's going to get in the way. Well, you know what? Your health matters. And if you ignore it, it will only get worse. Now, we say this to our clients all the time, but for some reason, when we become the business owner or the sole breadwinner in our family, we become special petals and the rules no longer apply. I know I'm not alone here, because every time I talk about this, people are going, yes, Jo, I know, Jo. So I really want to encourage everybody this week that if you're feeling behind, if you're feeling like your to-do list is bigger than, if you wrote it all up, you would wallpaper your entire house, then let's just choose 3 things to focus on. Let's choose an intention for this week that we are going to be satisfied and content, and we are going to do 3 things incredibly well. So for me, I want to finish the reporting for the gentleman that I saw last week. Now, I haven't been sitting around doing nothing. I've been able to navigate referrals and get his funding body approving things before I've even written reports. So I want to make sure that he gets services. I want to make sure my coaching clients get the service that they need. And I want to make sure that I am proactively marketing this week. Because like I've expressed before, there have been plenty of times when I've done lots of marketing, gotten in lots of work, had to do lots of delivery, and all of a sudden there's no more new clients joining the practice. That's not useful. So I'm going to be really intentional over the next few weeks to make sure that I can meet my demands around delivery. And I have pretty high expectations of delivery in terms of what I want to deliver, but not let go of the need to be reaching out and marketing and connecting with people and doing good quality assurance around my team. I use quality assurance as a really effective marketing tool. So whenever we do something not great or wrong, we go and fix it really, really quickly. So what are your intentions for this week? How are you going to look after yourself in amongst all the busyness? So throw up some ideas for me. How are you going to do that? And I really want you to go back to one of the posts on the Facebook page where I talked about yesterday how stress is a normal part of our life, but what we have actually forgotten is how to relax. That the absence of relaxation is actually a bigger problem than more stress in our life. And then I challenged people to come up with ways that you truly relax. And I think this is a much bigger conversation, because I think many of us have actually forgotten, what does relaxation actually feel like? Because I know for myself, I used to think it was sleep, but I can tell you right now, I am not relaxed in my sleep at the moment. Sleep and I have never been friends. It's something I really need to befriend better. I need to make friends with sleep. And Carol, I know you struggle with sleep because you've been honest with me about that. So how else can we relax? What is relaxation for us? Hey, Carol, I love your intentions. You're going to have a book edited by tomorrow, an online course finished, and you're going to take leadership from your awesome coach. Oh, okay. See, now expectations. No, that's very, very cool. 1 day a week for relaxation. Actually, I probably need to include my husband in my relaxation strategies. I often feel like he gets the leftovers, and I probably do need to include him in, how can we relax together, honey? Yeah, I'm not going there. That's all good. So this week, how are you going to relax? What are your intentions? Share with me, share with each other what you would like to feel by the end of the week. For me, I want to feel like I've done a good job, that I can be content and satisfied with the work that I've done. So here's to a great week ahead. Here's to some more discussion about what relaxation is. And thank you for being a part of this community. Oh, Mon, guilty as charged. There is tension between getting yourself out there and modeling self-awareness and care for our clients. Oh, gosh, yes, there is. Okay, I'm just going to share. When I was in Queensland last week and I met with this client that was pretty distressed in his family, I actually did say to him that chances were I was going to be unwell by the end of the week, that I needed to look after myself so that I could continue to look after him. And just setting that expectation and letting him know that I can get tired too was actually really helpful in him understanding how to work with me and how to get the best out of me as well. You're on long service leave and learning how to rest. Oh, I love that you say learning how to rest, because I think I'm still learning how to, or I'm relearning how to rest. I don't think I have truly rested for a long time. And for me, rest isn't the absence of activity. Sometimes I'm so exhausted that it's the absence of activity, but I don't know if that's true rest. Faye, relaxation. Oh, I'm looking forward to your wisdom here, Faye. Relaxation is stopping and listening to nature, breathe, and practice gratitude. Actually, you're the second person to talk about practicing gratitude. And I must admit, since December, I have been doing gratitude every single day. And geez, it changes. And I do it first thing in the morning. Okay, first thing in the morning is a cup of coffee. Then I do my gratitude. And often I'm grateful for my cup of coffee. But that time in the morning where I am just still and able to be and just think about the things I'm grateful for has been so empowering for me. Carol, you feel content and proud of outsourcing. That is awesome. I am really loving this community and how people are joining in with these lives. So thank you so much. Hey, if you know somebody who could benefit from watching these or being a part of this discussion, please share these videos. I would love to get more and more people involved in the discussions about what it really takes to build a private practice and do it well. And when I say well, by looking after ourselves. So this is Private Practice. I'm looking forward to talking to you again this week. Go forth and be your awesome self.